One of the reasons why I'm standing up here today is that I'm truly passionate about shifting the paradigm on aging for women. It used to be that once you were in your 20s and you were hot and sizzling, you had all the energy and all the dreams, right? That was your 20s. In your 30s, you got in your 30s, you thought, well, maybe I need to slow down a bit because I'm going to have to give up some things if I choose children over career or career over children. And your body slowed down and you might have packed on just a few pounds. Then you move into your 40s and you think, oh my God, what's happening now? I mean, I'm fatter and I'm hotter and I'm meaner. And then 50, you think, I'm all dried up, and what happened to those hopes and dreams I used to have? When did I cop out on myself? Well, that is not the reality for any of us in the room. The truth about aging is that if you live long enough, gravity is going to have an effect. My wonderful, fabulous, handsome husband back there went on our belly flat diet last year and lost 35 pounds. One day he gets out of the shower and he goes, I think my butt's a little droopy. I'm thinking, you think, babe? Because gravity is inevitable. Gravity is inevitable. And if you live long enough, you are going to get sick, or someone you love will get sick, and inevitably we lose someone that we love, or we get disappointed by a divorce or the loss of a job. And medically, clinically, women age, are you ready for this? It's seismic. Women age the equivalent of 18.6 years, 18.6 years in the decades between 40 and 50. But if you're over 30, your hormone production has started to shift at a cellular level, at your ovaries. These are some of the symptoms: heavier periods, moodiness, depression, PMS, but weight gain. Weight gain is a huge indicator of your hormone balance shifting. There's a study that will actually blow you away. Women over 35, in between the ages of 35 to 55, gain 1 to 2 pounds a year at no fault of their own. It's not because they're eating too many chocolate chip cookies or too many McDonald's French fries, although that can compound the problem. It's because your hormone balance shifts. Even worse than elastic jeans, that obesity, that abominable weight gain, belly, butt, hips, and thighs, sets you up for heart disease, stroke, diabetes, metabolic syndrome, earlier death, Alzheimer's. So this is a very real health concern. And as Hollis is going to speak to, we've got to get ahead of the game. We've got to get ahead of the game because children being obese is not okay. It sets them up for later health risks. It also predisposes them at a cellular level to begin to age more rapidly. That's why we have precocious puberty. Little girls going into puberty at 6, 7, and 8. What can we do to turn this around? What can we do for ourselves to slow down our aging, be more vibrant and vital? And what can we do to ensure the little girls in our lives have a different kind of health span future? I mean, I know you want to just spit and cry when I say exercise more, eat a little less, or eat these foods. But the data is insurmountable that exercise, getting up and moving 5 days a week, 30, 45 minutes, will actually extend your lifespan significantly. It also decreases the extra unhealthy hormones, the extra estrogen levels that set you up for that belly flat gain by, depending on whose study you're citing, 9 to 13%. So get up and move. And as you do that, you're going to get up and move with the little girls in your life. You're going to set them up for a healthier reproductive development. And ladies, we live in Florida. There is no excuse. So if you don't like running, I hate it, and you want to walk, but play like you have a toy box. I mean, get a skateboard, go paddleboarding, go kayaking, go swimming. Let's have some fun. Eat belly blaster foods in addition to these that are shown here: cruciferous vegetables, citrus foods, whole grains, lignin, sesame seed oil, all these that help you at a cellular level decrease the unhealthy hormones that may be circulating, aging you faster. I actually have in our book scientific data that says a square of chocolate and a splash of red wine should be on your grocery list. They'll actually help you age better too. And make and save your own money. I cannot say this strongly enough. The data's in our own community. Have y'all been reading the paper where it says women in St. Johns County have a very different health span and longevity factor than women in Putnam? Women who have their own money age better. And those of us that have that, it is up to us to do what we can to narrow the gap between those that don't. You've absolutely got to narrow the gap between those that don't. But make and save your own money. So if you've done all the right things and you still don't feel like yourself, you can't get rid of those last 20 pounds, your moods are down, and you're thinking, I think I need to see a doctor. let me be very clear with you. This is serious endocrinology. Serious endocrinology at a cellular level. It's an emerging field of optimal aging medicine. But don't trust yourself to an amateur. You need to work with a physician who is board certified, who will test your levels and will make sure what is prescribed for you is just right for you. As Dr. Nancy Snyderman says, menopause is not a disease. It is an opportunity. But a hormone is not a hormone, is not a hormone. Even natural bioidentical hormones, which we are specialists in, has to be done in the right amounts, or instead of optimizing your health and your bones and your brain and your booty, it could put your health at risk. So please be sure to make sure if you're working with a medical professional, you've made sure they're trained in the analysis and board certified. And then ask around about reputation. You have to have faith in something bigger than yourself. Dr. Dean Pam Challey, Dr. Pam Challey is in the audience today, and I interviewed her, and I quote her in Fountain of Truth, talking about the impact that faith and her family had on her. But the data is irrefutable, that faith in a higher power, and I don't care what you call your God, or if you get your spirit of something higher power, just walking in nature, believing in something bigger than yourself is more important than eating right and exercise in terms of a health indicator. Did you hear me? That does not mean go to church and go to McDonald's, but it is women with a faith in something larger live longer and are healthier. In addition, you gotta have girlfriends. Girlfriends are also a huge health factor. Women with a strong support system of good girlfriends, and if they're fit, it's even more of a positive indicator. So hang out more. The other thing about girlfriends is they'll help you not only get off the couch. Women who hang out with girlfriends seem to be fitter and make better financial decisions. So when you're going out for happy hour with your girlfriends and your boyfriend or your husband go, really? What are you doing? So I'm planning and preparing for our financial future. Maybe it's that extra donut you sneak in the car on the way to work. Maybe it's that extra glass of wine you never put down on your health questionnaire when they ask you how many drinks you have per week. But whatever it is, the lies we tell ourselves accelerate our decay. Hollis also told me, and I think this is really important, she says, baby, at some point, you're going to have to make a decision between your butt and your face. And I said, exactly what do you mean? She said, well, you know, it's that 8-pound difference. If your butt is really as tight as it needs to be at 50, your face is going to look haggard. So you're going to have to make that come to peace with that 8-pound range and go with it. I like that. I had a cupcake after that talk. So we've got these books, The Fountain of Truth, which tells my stories and the stories of many other women, and sprinkled throughout is mind-popping science and optimal aging medicine, and it'll cut through the confusion you might have about hormone replacement therapies. And we also have From Hormone Hell to Hormone Well, winner of the 2010 Bronze Consumer Health Information Award, From Belly Fat to Belly Flat, that is now in 5 languages and in the mood again.